Hello and welcome to Just Do It, a Doobie Brothers podcast. Eric, this one's got to be quick. I got places to go.
Dude, I have people to be, places to see. We gotta go.
Dude, we'll get you back to you for our dear listeners. We will get you back to your regularly scheduled broadcasting next week. But tonight, it's got to be fast, hot and fast journalism, only the spiciest. In this Do It Brothers TM Quickie Hot Take RC FM Limited.
Yeah, that's probably close enough.
Sure. So we cut out the main topic. We don't have time for it, Eric. We got to jump right into our beautiful poems. I wrote an ode. How about you?
See, despite it being a quickie this week, I gotta say, there's a lot to be thankful for, and I also wrote an ode.
Ooh.
I mean, do you want me to go? Because I got odes coming out the wazoo.
Ooh, I know you. I know how much, dude, you are pining over everything, just constantly waxing poetic, so let her rip.
You know it. All right. This one is called Ode to Poems. Ode to Poems. Nothing better to get out of the doldrums. I sure love a good rhyme. I'd say it's worth a dime. That's 10 out of 10. Why, the ink is running out of my pen. Poems day and night, and they're so carefree, nothing will be a fright. That Eric just may be a myth. No one else can compare to that wordsmith. That's it.
Oh, that rhyme at the end was so clutch. I thought there was going to be
So,
more.
I had to stroke my ego and be thankful for the medium that allows me to really show off my master wordplay and my creativity, you know?
All right, Eric. Well, I also got another ode. This is to meta podcasting. You ready?
Ooh, I like it.
How fast must I pod? For my love to talk, they all want to laud, but I only balk. Oh, how much fight can I summon tonight? That's the end of the podcast. It's just a question. It leaves
Dude, that is meta. That is meta.
It's about, if you only have time for a quickie, like, how much effort can you really put behind it,
See, the thing is, the average podcaster would be like, oh, 0 effort can go into it. But you and I, boom, we're here 100%. In fact, it actually is 200% because we're putting all the goods of a normal podcast into a condensed version.
This is podcast concentrate.
That's true. I mean, you got to dilute it if you want, like, the full thing.
Yeah, please run this at half speed in order to get your entire podcasting experience.
I concur.
Speaking of podcasting experience, Eric, don't worry. I went down to the watering hole and I fished up some questions from the internet. Because the people, they still have questions. Oh, yeah.
I mean, we are just swamped with questions, but that doesn't mean we want more. Everyone out there listening, more questions. Do you know what's better than 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? All the questions. We only have 2 questions. That's all we have time for.
That's all we got time for, and that's all that those are the only questions that got answered.
Only questions that deserve to be answered, Alex.
So,
however,
Eric,
no question is a bad question. Yes, Alex.
That's right. You ready for a bad question?
Yeah, you normally get a few pretty crappy ones. So let's see.
This one I dragged out of the slimy, algae-filled side of the internet question pool today.
All right. I think I am in a physical and mental state to be ready for it.
All right. At the Birdie Hansen asks, okay, I'm on board with wearing 2 masks. We love science, but how do I stop the condensation inside the mask that's closest to my face? It's so gross.
I don't know if the research has been developed into this, but I'm thinking mesh second mask. Hear me out.
Okay.
That's going to let enough airflow through there to remove any of all that condensation. Because I'm with you, this person. I went skiing the other day wearing a mask, and it was so moist and wet that it just froze instantly, and then I couldn't get it off my face for a week. It froze right into my skin. It was something else. However,
I hear that's a problem in the higher latitudes.
Exactly. But I think Yeah, a mesh second mask, or just breathing straws. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So
I'm with you on the breathing straw.
all that moisture, it's sort of like a little periscope where you just have a big sort of straw that you actually breathe out of, but you're still wearing a mask because you got to be safe in these times.
Well, so here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna take 2 Brita filters, okay,
Yes.
at the Bertie Hansen. You're gonna need two Brita filters, okay, and you're also gonna need one of those beer chugging hats for football games.
Exactly.
You're gonna put your first mask, your first lightweight mesh mask that is of a breathable fabric, right? So it doesn't get so
Uh-huh.
gross and nasty on.
Of
Then you're
course.
going to put your helmet on with the pipes directly into that first mask. And those are going to be piped up
That's
through
pretty
the
good.
Brita filters and the beer holders on your helmet so that you're running clean stacks. None of this rolling coal here, okay?
No,
Remember,
no.
all about
Oh,
the
yeah.
science, all about the planet. Then you're going to put on your third hardened face mask, at least 95. I heard you can get 96s, maybe even M97s.
That's
And
right.
that'll keep everything out.
So the N95 I've heard is actually only slightly better than a standard mask. However, this new M96 blows everything out of the water. Like 99.99% effective against everything other than coronavirus. It's great.
Including air.
Including
Nothing gets
air.
through this thing.
Nothing.
Yeah, it's made of plastic.
Oh god.
Get to it, brother. M96 mask.
Nothing gets through
It's a
that.
plastic trash bag. It's cut up nitrile gloves.
Oh gosh. Yep, it's the best bang for your buck.
That's what we recommend. And then we
You're
recommend
only
piping that to a dual Brita filter exhaust beer helmet.
and you're only gonna ever need one M96 mask.
Right. Make sure you use it for no more than 30 seconds at a time, because like you need to breathe.
I mean, I've heard hypoxia's in, Alex.
That's yeah. All right.
We
Well,
are
if you don't
we are
die of
free divers.
hypoxia, the Bertie Hansen, then that's definitely the solution for you. Speaking of hypoxia, Eric, I found another question on the internet. You ready for
Oh
this
my
one?
gosh, was this thing also way down in the methane swamps?
Well, this was actually inside the gut of the snapping turtle that attacked me, bit off my pinky toe, and
Okay,
then
yep,
threw
sounds
up.
about right.
And it spit this question out because obviously we're turtle lovers and we don't kill turtles.
Oh, no.
Um,
If anything, we help the turtle population.
Right. So,
So,
yeah, he had been eating plastic bags, and I fished this out of the plastic bag
all right.
that turtle's jaw. And
After
this
it bit your
question is
toe.
from at the Ben Franklin 2018.
What do we got, Benny Franklin?
Yeah, so at Ben Franklin 2018 says, when Fish and Wildlife finally nails me for being the single largest trafficker of rare capybaras in North America, will you stand by me? No, you will deny ever knowing me.
Is this a question?
Yeah, he wants to know
If we'll stand
the
by
Dewey
him.
brothers will stand by him when he inevitably gets nailed by the Fish and Wildlife for being the single largest trafficker of rare capybaras.
I don't want to say anything that might legally compromise us, but I will say, keep them capybaras running, boy. I believe in you.
I'm just gonna say buy CPY. I say hold fast on CPY stocks. That's all I'm saying.
What, capybara?
Yeah, it's capybara stocks.
I think we have to talk about this hypothetically because we aren't gonna promote any unethical, illegal things.
But they're so
dude,
cute.
Capybaras are cute, and I gotta say, if I could have a capybara, I would probably hold that thing nice and tight, snuggle it every night, treat it, probably baby bird, feed it, just chew up some food and spit it into its mouth for him.
Yeah. The only problem with capybaras is they need a large and more importantly diverse enclosure for them.
Yeah. So, do you know what would make a perfect enclosure for a capybara?
Well, it needs to be broken down into 4 distinct spaces, Eric. And what are those 4 spaces for the listeners?
All right, it's easy. So capybaras, they sleep a lot. They're I don't know if they're nocturnal or not, but they love sleeping.
Generally tired individuals.
So you need a bedroom for them. And do you know what else they love to do? They love to eat, but more importantly, they love to cook. So capybaras are actually one of the only animals that have gone to culinary school. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So you need a world star class kitchen. I'm talking Gordon Ramsay approved kitchen for these bad boys.
Oh yeah, you need the Cuisinart brand stuff in there.
If you don't have an immersion blender, then they're out.
Yeah.
As simple as that.
They're just going to be unhappy, and you don't want an unhappy capybara.
Oh, because if you have an unhappy capybara, guess what? That's what the next room is for. It needs a high performance gaming room. So capybaras are, believe it or not, one of the most egregious video game playing animals out there.
Not only do they top all of the rodent charts for online games such as Call of Duty and League of Legends, but they also are ahead of most animals, including the highest ELO gamers of all time, the octopus.
Exactly. So they're on octopus level, which is, of course, 2 steps above human level.
And not just the North American octopus server. We're talking the Russian octopus server.
Oh, that's scary, dude.
Yeah.
If you ever get beat in an online video game, it's probably a capybara. Especially if its username is something that seems gibberish to you, but it's actually just capybara speak.
Also, if they ever sign off with Sieg Blatt Copybarad Comrade, then
you know,
comrade,
it's
if they ever, with Sieg Blatt Comrade Bara, then that's how you know it's definitely a Russian capybara that just pwned you.
Dude, those things are ruthless on the web there.
Oh my goodness.
I've definitely had my fair share of
the disrespect.
Yeah, so that they actually need a lot of support. So their high performance gaming chairs are extremely ergonomic, and that's a necessary requirement for a capybara to be happy. The fourth and final room, that is what really makes a capybara happy, is actually, hear me out, this is where it gets freaky. A secondary capybara home. So within these 4 quadrants, you have another 4 quadrants with a slightly smaller capybara.
How far down does this capybaraception go, Eric?
Dude, it's capybaras all the way down.
Which is again why these are one of the most expensive animals to house. Not only do you need a high-powered gaming setup and a full kitchen, you also need a half-size gaming setup and kitchen and bedroom, and a smaller half-size capybara.
So I'm really impressed that this guy is running this many capybaras.
Well, obviously, he sells them by the infinite amount. All he needs is one customer, and he can sell them at infinite stacking, but finite sum of capybara.
It's true. It's impressive.
He just shows up with like 2.5 capybara and is like, "Yep, this is how many capybara you need."
I know for a fact that the capybaras are happy, so I don't know why the Fish and Wildlife are possibly coming after this guy. Because at the end of the day, don't we just want what's best for the capybaras?
That's true. The other thing about capybaras, as long as he's trying to breed them in captivity and he's not getting them out of the wild, the capybara can't survive in any place without its natural food source, the Cheeto.
That's true. Also,
without Cheetos, they just die in the wild, so it's not like the capybara can escape.
They also require a very low ping and proper bandwidth restrictions, so often in the wild they don't have this sort of internet connectivity that they would in cities, so it's kind of hard to release them into the wild unbeknownst to the people around you, and they don't really survive too well.
So I think that ties up on where we stand with Ben Franklin 2018 and him being the single largest trafficker of rare capybaras. Is there anything else you want to tell the people before we sign off on this quickie, Eric? How are things down in Connecticut?
I got a hamster.
Ooh,
he's pretty
nice.
Cool.
I hear hamsters are adorable.
Oh, very adorable and a lot easier to take care of than capybaras.
And stingrays, I hear.
Oh yeah, stingrays don't do too well in captivity, man. Freshwater stingray is a hard thing to keep alive. Let's just say that.
They're pretty fragile apparently. Something about nitrates in the water, ammonias or something. So yeah, mom, dad, and I were talking, and we were wondering how dangerous it is. Basically, your thoughts on how dangerous it is that out west they don't have handlebars on their toilets. You can't just put down the foot bar when you get on the toilet. And, yeah, I didn't know if you had any thoughts about that.
I think it'd be nice if they at least gave you the option. They didn't like require you to put the bar down or anything, but that you had the option to. And I think it would be in the best interest of everyone. But again, I can understand they don't want, that interference. Like they grew up with their bars not there, and they don't want to be
Right.
hassled to like have these bars. And
Well, yeah, I mean, you don't want to stand up too quickly, pass out, and chip your teeth or anything. That would be like a problem. And I know I've taken a couple dingers on the toilet, going down on toilets before because I didn't put the guide rail down.
I feel personally threatened.
Also, Eric, I also wanted to get your thoughts on
Oh no.
whether or not you like the double toilets like they had in Sochi, the fixed doubles, or the high-speed quads. I'm more of a high-speed quad kind of guy. I feel like it just gets me up to the bathroom faster.
I don't
so
know,
I can put
dude.
in more laps down at the local restroom.
So everyone's talking about these double toilets or high speed quads. I gotta go traditional. I'm talking only one. I'm talking urinal, baby. I just want one urinal. That's all I need. Go back to the basics. I can poo in it. I can pee in it. It's just there.
Oh, the old Palma urinal. Just the disc?
Yeah.
Only one person fits on a Palma urinal.
Oh god. Well, actually, a whole lot of people. No. Scratch that. Not the urinal. I want the trough. That's it. Everyone hops on it. It's all up to your. It's
really
it's hard to hang on.
Really, the rope toe of bathroom facilities.
Exactly.
Trough.
The rope toe of bathroom facilities is the trough.
Well, sometimes when I'm out hiking, Eric, I like the co-pilot to pilot, just like you'd have in your standard fixed double portalette.
Oh, that's true. Where you're relying on someone else to support the back. I gotcha.
No. Pilot to co-pilot is when you're sitting next to your co-pilot, right? It's pilot to bombardier, which is also an unexplored area of ski lift technology. Just saying, where you're facing back to back.
This is very dangerous.
Well, before we sign out here, really quick, Eric, I just wanted to ask you your thoughts on. I hear down in the southern part of the state, those yogurt eating hippies at I think Mount Snow, and in some places in Europe, they're really popular.
Okay.
6-pack bubble toilets.
Dude, 6-pack bubble toilets.
Seats. Those come from Japan, I think.
They are. Okay, so the Japanese highly intelligent. So the Japanese highly intelligent toilets are a thing of beauty. They're definitely a little scary at first, and you're like, I don't know if I want 6 people on the single toilet.
Yeah, it intimidates me.
Or like, I don't know. It just you feel so sheltered in there when you pull the bubble down over you and you're just heated on the toilet there with your 5 closest friends. It's
Whenever I go to the bathroom with 5 of my closest friends, it's on a gondolier.
Oh, of course.
Not one of those 6-pack bubble toilets. Like I really like to see across to my fellow
but the problem
defecators
with the gondolier is you don't really sit down. It's a little uncomfortable, right? You're a little more intimate.
Yeah,
but
that's true.
Yeah, and you're sort of like always a little stiff, a little awkward with the 6-pack bubble toilet. You're really just you're at ease. Dude,
they're so cushy too, right? Like they got the big.
Dude, what are we doing? Yep. Oh yeah, Japanese toilets, guys.
Yeah, I mean, well, the French gondolier is like good for establishing eye contact while you're riding, but. All right, well, let's sign off. Let's get rid of this. Let's ship this quickie podcast here. I have no idea how much of that I'm keeping, but some of it's going in.
I love it all.
All right, this quick podcast was brought to you by Podcast Concentrate. 150% of the podcast in 75% of the space.
And we couldn't have done it without poems. That's right. Hot, fresh poem jam coming every Thursday morning on this Nature Walks with Eric.
This podcast is brought to you by Getting Pwned by Comrade P. Barra. Watch out for them. They're pro gamers and they know how to game.
Hey, have you ever wanted to brew a beer and you thought, where am I going to get the hops? Think no further. With homegrown hops, the freshest and most delicious blend of our homegrown hops.
This podcast is brought to you by Brotherly Love. Love you, bro.
Oh, love you too, brother.
This has been a Quickie podcast. It'll go in one of the seasons somewhere. And I'm Alex.
I'm Eric.
And for the love of God, man.
Just sit on that toilet with your 5 closest friends and then send it.
Don't drop your whappers.
Don't drop the whappers. Oh no.
Oh no.
Ladies, the poet has arrived.